welcome to the Explainer. All right, let's talk about something that's, well, it's a nightmare for any local business owner. You go to check your Google ranking just like you do every day, and you're gone. Just completely vanished from the map. So what on earth is going on?
So picture this, right? For months, maybe even years, you've been absolutely crushing it. You're in that sweet spot, the coveted local pack, top 3 on Google Maps. Business is good. Then, one morning, you do your usual check, and you're gone. Just poof, vanished. What happened? So you search again, maybe thinking it's a glitch. But nope, your competitors are right there, looking smug. And get this, even the one in the same building as you is showing up. But your business, it's just nowhere. It feels like you've been penalized, right? But the real reason is actually a whole lot stranger. Well, the likely culprit behind this whole disappearing act has a kind of quirky name, one that the SEO community came up with. They call it Possum. And let me tell you, it's one of the biggest, most significant, even though it's technically unconfirmed, updates to ever hit local search. So, what exactly is it? Okay, think of Possum as Google trying to be a good housekeeper. It's trying to clean up the search results by filtering out what it thinks are duplicates. The problem is, sometimes it's, let's just say it's not very delicate. It uses a sledgehammer when it really needs a scalpel. And because of that, perfectly legit businesses get caught in the crossfire. And that name, Possum, where did that even come from? Well, a super smart SEO expert named Phil Rozek nailed it. He realized your listing isn't actually deleted or penalized. It's still there, 100%. It's just hidden from view. It is simply playing possum. This whole thing kicked off way back on September 1st, 2016. I mean, people literally woke up that morning, checked the rankings as usual, and just saw complete and utter chaos. Listings were just reshuffled overnight. And the craziest part, absolutely zero warning from Google. Nothing. So just how big of a deal was this? Was it a small little tweak? No way. An early study suggested that a massive 64% of all local search results were affected by this one update. That's not a tremor, folks. That is a full-blown earthquake in the world of local search. Okay, so that leads to the big question, right? What are the secret rules of this game? How does this Possum algorithm actually decide who gets to be seen and who has to play dead? It really boils down to 2 key things. That's it. A shared physical address and a shared business category. So let's say your business is in the same office building as a competitor, and you're both listed as, dentists. Boom. Google's algorithm sees that and flags you as a potential duplicate. Let's make this super clear. Before Possum, if you had, say, 3 different personal injury attorneys all working out of 123 Main Street, all 3 of them could show up in a search, no problem. But after Possum, Google's algorithm looks at that and basically says, whoa, hold on, this looks redundant. And so it might only show the single most relevant one and just filter the other 2 out, gone. And the weirdness didn't stop there. The effects were all over the place. All of a sudden, businesses that were technically just outside the official city limits started ranking better inside the city. Crazy, right? And the physical location of the person searching became way more important. And maybe the weirdest thing of all, a business's local map ranking and its website's regular organic ranking started to act more independently. Okay, so I know what you're probably thinking right now. How can I tell for sure if my business has been hit by this Possum filter or if something else is going on? All right, here's a quick little diagnostic for you. First question, did your rankings take a nosedive around September of 2016? Second question, do you share a building with a direct competitor in the exact same Google business category? If you're nodding your head yes to both of those, well, you are a prime suspect. But here's the real test, the dead giveaway. Go ahead, try this. Do your normal search for your service in your city. If your business is missing, switch over to the map view. Now start zooming in, closer and closer, right on top of your building's location. And if, poof, your listing magically reappears as you zoom in, well, congratulations, I guess. You've officially been hit by the Possum filter. All right, so you've done the zoom test and confirmed it. You're being filtered. It is super frustrating, I get it, but you are not powerless here. So what can you actually do about it? First things first, let's be real. There's no simple undo button. You can't just call up Google and ask them to stop. The goal now is to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are the most relevant, the most authoritative result for your category at your address. You basically have to force the algorithm's hand. So you've really got three main plays in your playbook here. Option one is what I call the dominate strategy. You just have to outwork everyone. That means more reviews, better website authority, more citations. You become the undeniable champ at that address. Option two is the specialized strategy. You see if you can switch to a more specific Google business category that your competitor isn't using. Now be careful with this one, it can be risky. And finally, option three is the consolidate strategy. This is for practices with multiple pros, like doctors or lawyers. You might have to reconsider if having a separate listing for each person is actually causing the main business to get filtered. You know, when you step back, the Possum update really teaches us a huge lesson that is just as true today as it was back then. This isn't about trying to trick the algorithm or find some secret loophole. It's about being so legitimately good, so authoritative, and so incredibly relevant that Google simply has no choice but to show you. Which really leaves us with the ultimate question for any business. In a constantly evolving Google landscape, how can you prove that you are the most relevant answer for a customer search?